The following is a production of Learfield Sports.
Off a screen, sends it to Martin, three on the way, good to the right side. They're trying to move inside, and basket is a foul.
They said they want a piece of you, they gonna get a piece of you.
Right of the lane, to a buoy, double, kicks across court to Ron for three, both beautiful.
We're gonna out-compete everybody who play harder than they play. Cherish every night you get a chance to play. Play as hard as you can play. Have fun. Have enthusiasm when you play. Get excited about playing. Go. Stay on three. 1, 2, 3.
The Mark Gottfried Show is brought to you in part by North Carolina's Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, proud to sponsor Wolfpack Athletics, and by Coca-Cola Zero, real Coke taste and 0 calories.
Coming up on week 2 of the Mark Gottfried Show, we're going to catch up with the Martin twins a little bit later on. Mark Thomas has his Hoops 101, and we'll go on the practice floor with veteran assistant coach Bobby Lutz. But we start off with the head coach, Mark Gottfried. I'm Tony Haynes, and welcome to the show. Earlier, a game against South Florida on the road, but it's interesting, Coach. You know, early in the season, the games have been coming fast and furious. You end up focusing on your opponent. This week, 8 days between games. Did that really allow you and the staff to focus more on NC State, and what were your priorities?
Well, I think that's a great way to put it. We tried to get a lot done that we felt we needed to do with our team. You know, now I think when you kind of get to this point, we've played 8 games under our belt by the beginning of this week. Final exams are going on during the week. You're trying to find that block of time during the day. But we wanted to focus in on us and try to make sure we're getting better defensively, offensively. A lot of guys got a lot of individual work, was great. Individual shooting, lots of things like that this week. So it ended up being a pretty good week prior to the weekend.
The Sunday game against South Florida, that ran into production time, but if you want a full recap of that contest, just log on to gopack.com. More with Coach Gottfried when we return.
At 36, Jo was concerned about having her first child. A specialist saw something on an ultrasound and recommended a difficult choice. Jo came to Rex for a second opinion. She was evaluated and reassured at the UNC Specialty Women's Center at Rex. Not long after, Levi was born.
It's a brand new day.
It's our favorite kind of story.
Sun is shining.
One with a happy beginning. Rex Healthcare.
The cost of everything has gone up dramatically over the last 75 years. With one exception, keeping electricity affordable. That's the power of your co-op membership. Learn more at togetherwesave.com.
North Carolina's Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, looking out for you.
With the name trusted for over 80 years, you have the compassion of the cross, the security of the shield, and the tools that make it easy to enjoy the ride. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina. Live fearless.
Back with NC State men's basketball coach Mark Gottfried. I'm Tony Haynes, and this is the Mark Gottfried Show. Prior to the game against South Florida, Coach, your previous 2 opponents had shot better than 50% against the Wolfpack, and I know it's been your desire to make this team a better defensive team. You look at the way things are going, though. Are you concerned a little bit that guys may get tentative on the defensive end of the floor with all of the restrictions on contact we've seen?
Well, I think that's part of it. Maybe I think guys are maybe somewhat worried about foul trouble. At the same time, I think we can just get a lot better. You know, we've got to stay in a stance better. It sounds simple, but we got to get our knees bent, stay down, be quick, be athletic. We've had a lot of times this year, I think, where our vision hasn't been great. We've lost sight of the ball and our man at the same times. We're not rotating as well. So I think for us, probably the biggest area of concern, the biggest thing for us right now to focus in on is making sure that we're trying to become a better defensive basketball team.
And you know, Coach, there's a high ceiling with this team. I think people forget how young this team really is. Some of your main guys now, look at him. Maverick Rowan, he was a high school player 12 months ago. The Martin twins were role players. They didn't play a lot as freshmen here at NC State. Just those three guys I just mentioned, just how big of a jump up has it been for them? Well,
I think it's been a big jump, and I think they're learning. And obviously for us, we want them to learn fast and quick, and it's got to come, you know, right now. But at the same time, we are asking a lot of those guys. And, you know, with both Caleb and Cody, they have great energy, and they play really hard. And Maverick plays hard, too. But those guys athletically can do a lot. But sometimes they just have to focus in on being a little bit more efficient. You know, they're everywhere flying around. And we can get them better. And we got to do a great job coaching those guys. But they all want to learn. We're throwing a lot at them. They're playing against good players every night, and they're going to get better.
You know, with the departure of Trevor Lacey and Ralston Turner last season, you really needed Caleb Martin to shoot the basketball and shoot it well this season coming into the year, and he's done just that. And coming into the weekend, he was tied for the league lead with 27 threes, 41% from the three-point line. Did you do anything special in the offseason to prepare him mentally for the production you needed from him?
Well, I think the biggest thing with Caleb was when we watched, and really we saw it last year during the season, although it's hard to adjust somebody's technique during the season. It really becomes difficult. But he had got to where he started to move that ball way across his face to the left side of his body. And he did a good job. And you know, our staff this summer, the nice thing about the rules nowadays is we can spend good time in the summer with our guys in the gym. So we were able to get in the gym with Caleb and really get the focus back to where his technique and the ball above his right eye. And so he did a great job with that. He really did. He worked at it hard. I think it's improved his shooting tremendously. When he shoots it on balance, when he goes straight up and straight down and he's got an on-balance jump shot, he's a terrific shooter. Sometimes he gets a little off balance, but when he's on balance, he makes them at a high rate.
Coach, you look at this time last year, before January, NC State only played one true road game. And already this year, you've had the two neutral games in Brooklyn. This weekend is South Florida. Next weekend, you're back on the road at Missouri. Was it important for this team to get away from Raleigh and develop that toughness and togetherness and poise that you really need to become a good road team?
Well, I think as your team, every team is different. You know, you mentioned Ralston and Trevor last year. Both of those guys, they had a lot of basketball games underneath their belt prior to the season. And you got a lot of guys now that haven't. And this team has to learn how to win on the road. We got to learn how to win when we're not at home. You got to learn how to become a great team and all that goes into it and all the preparation. And so those opportunities for us to play outside of our own building, play against good teams. You know, we like scheduling good teams. I like doing that. Those things all kind of combine, I think, to help your team grow to where it can become at best it can be.
Are you still searching for a vocal leader on this team, a guy that can really hold the other players accountable?
Well, we'd all like to have one. I think every coach would like to have a guy on every team that just, you know, rallies up the troops and, you know, they're all in there. And some teams you don't have that. You know, Cat is a quiet leader. He's not a, you know, just a real loud and, you know, kind of commanding guy, but he's a leader, and guys follow him. You know, the other guys sometimes when they're young, they're still looking around the room, and they're not sure if they should step forward yet or not. You know, they're just kind of in that mode of they don't really know their role. So this team kind of collectively has to get that leadership. They have to collectively come together, and I think they can. It's not something they can't do.
You don't want to do all the yelling, though, right?
No, and I don't play. You know, I don't get to go out there on the court. Coach Lutz and I, we can sit and watch. But they've got to find that. You know, it's something that that leadership, toughness, key possession, key defensive possession. How are we going to get a stop? Maybe something happens in a game and somebody's got to huddle those guys up and say, here's what we got to do next time that happens. So we're still getting there with that with this team.
Speaking of Coach Bobby Lutz, we got a special feature with him coming up right after this break. You're watching The Mark Gottfried Show. When NC State point guard Cat Barber attempted 22 free throws against Winthrop back on November 27th, it marked only the fourth time in school history that a player has attempted as many as 20 free throws in one game. Ronnie Shavlik holds the record with 26 attempts in a game against Villanova in 1955. Mel Thompson, who also played in the 1950s, shot 20 or more free throws in a game on 2 separate occasions.
Oh, what fun it is! Nissan's holiday event for the season's best offers.
Right now, get up to $1,000 bonus cash on top of existing offers on popular models. Get to Nissan, proud partner of the NC State Wolfpack.
This holiday, Ford, America's best-selling brand, is giving you more. The Ford Holiday Sales Event with 0% financing for 60 months on 2015 F-150 and Focus and 2016 Fusion and Escape. Plus $1,000 holiday bonus cash on 2015 Focus and 2016 Fusion and Escape. It's the best gift ever. Now during the Ford Holiday Sales Event, get 0 for 60 plus $1,000 holiday bonus cash on Fusion and Focus, or up to $2,500 in total savings only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
With the name trusted for over 80 years, you have the compassion of the cross, the security of the shield, and the tools that make it easy to enjoy the ride. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina. Live fearless.
Thank you for sticking around. You got the Mark Gottfried Show with the head coach of the Pack. I'm Tony Haynes. You've had tremendous continuity and stability on your coaching staff for your 5 years here at NC State, and I know how important that has been for you. Now, your right-hand man is associate head coach Bobby Lutz. All of your coaches bring different talents to the table. In what ways, though, does Coach Lutz really distinguish himself?
Well, it's always nice to have somebody I've learned that has been a head coach, been very successful. It's easy to make suggestions. We all can do it. But when you've got somebody that's kind of been in those situations before, and sometimes they may think before they talk, and Bobby does a good job of that. He makes sure that his suggestions are always well thought out, and I think very valuable for our program.
He does a great job with the scout team, as we're about to see. In fact, he knows the opponent's plays better than the opponent sometimes. Bobby Lutz on the practice floor as we continue our Mic'd Up series.
Today we've got a couple sessions, so let me see. We're going to do nail drill and their stuff combined, and then they're also going to play some zone. They'll go for the steal. So like if you think you can get one, go for it. He'll hit him. When he hits him, you'll run down there. They'll throw it to him for the jumper. So if you don't go the lob, look for him. Then they get out, now they're in their stuff. Pass it. You're sliding over. You can go away and come up. Dribble handoff. Boom. Push through and you'll come up, hit, and cut through hard. Right off of his hip, you're more out here. You're going to ball screen right out, you're going out. As he goes, you're wanting to throw the pass as he's cutting. Hit, he's cutting out, you're coming over the top, and they're trying to punch it right to you, to the big fellow, right there. Any of the two wide, anytime you guys drive, they love to throw the lob to Brett. Okay, they love to throw it to him. We can also you can get it inside with a corner they're going to punch it in too. Big, close out. Boom, good. Close out, good. Maverick, Caleb, don't lose sight of your man. See it, adjust your position. Good. Shoot that one, good. We're going to attack the rim, good job. Good flash. Good, use the rim, good. Hands active, let's get some deflections. This team will throw it away if we get our hands active. Catch, shoot, be quick. Bend your knees, be a player. Come on, Red, here we go, Red, let's go. There it is. Arm out, thumb down. Pass the blue line. Boom. Get out there. Turn your head. Good. See it, see it, see it. Low. Stay down. Stay down. Stay low on the turn. That's it. Way to meet it. That's it. Jump stop, Caleb. Good. No charge. Way to finish. Rebound. Hand up. Hand up. Sit brick. Technique, Caleb. Good. Stay low, Caleb. Sit. Good. 1-0-0. 1-1. BJ's out. Ready? Ready? Go. Move your feet. Side to side. Good. That's all right. Now adjust. Here we go. No right shoulder for him. No left shoulder for Chase, and he can make this one. He loves to drive you right. Know who you're guarding. Box. Box. Good. 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 Grab it. Good, Leonard. Stance. Stance. Come on, Red. Come on, Red. Dive. Good. Good, Maverick. Right hand. Good. Good. Good, Leonard. Left foot up. Good. Corner. 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 He's a left shoulder guy. Good job. Try not to switch if we don't have to. Maverick. Maverick. Yes, Cat. Cat, great look. Get our hands above our shoulders in the zone. Hands like that every time.
I want to shoot at the time.
I understand. But in the game, if he looks away and you're wide open on the break and we got rebounded, we can't get a better shot, right? Yeah. Five guy may have to come up the sideline for help and then look right to the middle and then field. Get on balance, get our legs under us. Good. Either way, Sean, good. Ball game if he makes it, but he didn't. Next make, next make. Cat at the buzzer. Yeah. Here we go, up top, last one. Malik, that was a great dive. Even though you didn't get it, that opened it up. That's the way to dive off the ball screen. Take a deep breath, confidence, concentration, follow through. All day, that's it, right there. Simple, keep it simple. Here we go, Wolfpack.
What's up, Wolfpack Nation? Welcome to On Point. I'm your host, Callie Yohn, and today we are twinning. We've got Caleb and Cody Martin. I think I got that right, but for the rest of the show, I could possibly get those mixed up. To begin, you guys are siblings, obviously. Does that affect how you play? Are you guys tougher on each other because you are siblings?
Yeah, one thing about being siblings playing on the same team is definitely like we can kind of take that hard criticism for each other. You know what I'm saying? When us mess up, we're like quick to tell each other what we did wrong, what we can do better. And, you know what I'm saying? We can kind of like feed off each other a little better and got that chemistry. So like definitely criticism is a big thing that we learn from each other.
Nard passing it out. Hands it to Cody. Cody, you find your brother, obviously.
About time he made it. Usually when I pass it to him, he misses it.
You think so?
Yeah, this year,
That's
I don't know
what he
why.
says every time.
He's messing up your assists.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Every single time he passes me, he's like, dude, every time I throw it to you, you miss it. But
So
whenever somebody else passes it to you, you make it. So he's always saying, you ain't getting my assist.
That's
You
what
always
I'm saying. I'm
messing
about
up
to
my
just
shot.
pass it to somebody else.
So right here, this one, you're driving in, Cody, and it doesn't even look like you're looking at your brother, but you turn around and automatically pass it to him. Like you just know he's there.
The reason I know he's going to be there is because I know he just likes to shoot it, and that's all he does.
I know
so it's like a magnet. Like wherever I go and I have the ball, I know he's going to be there regardless. So.
Is it true that you are just always
there? I'm not going to argue and say I don't like to shoot the ball. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I think everybody likes to shoot the ball, get the ball up in there, you know what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
But I think I'm just in the right spot sometimes to get the best shot.
You were there.
It's like a magnet.
And I mean, okay, so you clearly weren't looking.
Right.
Do you guys think you have this twin telepathy? A lot of people talk about twins being able to do different things and finish each other's
sentences.
Did we just become twins? Because you just finished my sentence, so I'm pretty sure I just became a triplet just now.
Yeah, you're with us now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like most of the time, I don't even have to say anything, or we can kind of just make eye contact, and I already kind of know what he's wanting to do or what he wants me to do without saying anything.
Yeah.
Same thing with him too as well.
Yeah.
Like I know what he's gonna do, which is probably shoot the ball most of the time. But other than that,
You're getting dogged for the shooting.
Other than that,
you don't miss him much, but
ball slip.
He does miss. But look how it helps you.
You're welcome.
So was that you doing that on purpose?
Yeah, I think I missed it on purpose to get him a
that's
shot.
crazy. That's crazy.
I think that's what it was.
You're just helping him pad his stats
Yeah.
for offensive
A rebound
boards.
and a point.
I think both you and I know.
I'm kind of taking one.
And if that's one of his passes, then he needs to work on it.
I'm kind of taking one for the team, you know, just go ahead and miss him a
That's
shot.
very
You know what I'm
courteous of you. You guys have a year under your belt, a very successful year at that. Do you think the game has slowed down a lot more now that you've got that 1 year done?
Yeah, I think a lot of it's just like adjusting to the game and kind of our roles increasing over that year span and over the summer, and just us coming into a bigger spot and knowing that we had some big impact players leave and then Terry got hurt. And so just knowing that we were coming into and coaches and, you know what I'm saying, trainers and stuff like that, like we kind of prepared ourselves for this and jump into it not knowing who we were going to have coming in as a transfer or a freshman, and just kind of preparing ourselves knowing that we were going to have to come in and make it a big impact from the jump.
Cody, you've been pretty good with blocks this season. Is that becoming your thing that you want to do? Are you trying to follow in BJ's footsteps?
Nah, not
with
BJ.
the blocks?
He saved me a couple times. Last couple games, I thought.
Oh, he saved my life.
Like really, like
he saved your life?
Yeah, like real low key. I'm
Okay.
like, yo, like I'll be going over there, like, yo, thanks. You saved me about 2 or 3 times on defense. 'Cause I'm just like, I know here and there, like I'm just getting torched. Like people are just going by me sometimes. Like whenever I'm getting tired,
That's a lot of times.
A lot of times.
Anyways,
are you
whenever
going to
people were
take
just
that?
going by me, and then BJ would just end up saving me. So like, I think I'm quite a bit in the game.
It's time to tally up my scores, and the winner is Cody. So this means, are you always the one winning?
I am.
I'm sorry to do that to you. I didn't mean to like add to your losses, but this means that Cody, you get the closing statement, you get the final remarks.
Okay, what I want to say is, please everybody tell Caleb to pass the ball more and get everybody else involved because he likes to shoot the ball, and keep supporting us, and we're all thankful for that. Thank you.
The best part about being a member of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative is that it's your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Learn more about the power of your co-op membership at togetherwesave.com.
North Carolina's Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, looking out for you.
We could show you impressive images of the technology we employ with dramatic success at Rex Cancer Center, or footage of our team of cancer specialists and the many examples why people choose Rex for excellence in healthcare. But the images that inspire us most are ones like this.
It's a brand new day. The sun is shining.
Rex UNC Cancer Care, chosen for excellence.
This holiday, Ford, America's best-selling brand, is giving you more. The Ford Holiday Sales Event with 0% financing for 60 months on 2015 F-150 and Focus and 2016 Fusion and Escape. Plus $1,000 holiday bonus cash on 2015 Focus and 2016 Fusion and Escape. It's the best gift ever. Now during the Ford Holiday Sales Event, get 0 for 60 plus $1,000 holiday bonus cash on Fusion and Focus, or up to $2,500 in total savings only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Here's what's coming up for NC State. High Point will visit PNC Arena on Wednesday night. Tip-off time is set for 7 p.m. Airtime on the Wolfpack Sports Network is 6 o'clock. Then next weekend, the Pack is on the road again for a game at Missouri. 6 o'clock is the tip time. We'll be on the air with pregame coverage on the network at 5 o'clock. And don't forget, the Mark Gottfried Show comes your way Monday night. It's the radio show from Jimmy B's Osteria and Bar, and it airs from 7 to 8 p.m.
Hey, it's Mark Thomas here with your Hoops 101. Today, we're going to be talking about freedom of movement. Okay, we all understand freedom. I mean, crying out loud, we live in the United States of America. movement, moving around. What about on the basketball floor?
That's going to be a foul. Yep. That's his 5th foul.
A defender is not allowed to grab, tackle, prevent a player from moving from one side of the floor to the other or through the paint. So, for an example, let's take Scott Wood. He used to run the play corner. He'd go from one corner on the baseline to the other. And then while he was doing it, as he got underneath the basket, he'd basically get a full body massage. Grab him, tackle him, do whatever it took to prevent him from going to the other side. That's now a foul. And then, for someone like Cat Barber.
Outlet to Barber, flies down the floor, got to the foul line, had it raked away from behind.
With the basketball in his hands, defenders are now not allowed to prevent him from being able to drive and penetrate. They got to move their feet or else it's a foul. That's why you see a guy like Cat make 19 foul shots. And there it is, freedom of movement in your Hoops 101.
All right, we're in front of the board here with Coach Gottfried. And Coach, out-of-bounds plays can be difficult to prepare for because they are designed to produce open shots. And this year, Maverick Rowan has done a nice job getting some shots off of out-of-bounds plays. Let's talk about this first one.
Well, this first one we're going to show you here is we like to have Cat Barber come off a screen, really a double screen. But where it starts is Maverick Rowan has the option to go either way, to the right or to the left. And he's got 2 guys in there. Usually there are 2 big players. And his number one job, if he doesn't get a layup, he might get one, right, is to put his head underneath the net. Cat's going to come off the 2 screens, and we're going to enter the ball to Cat on that side of the floor. And as soon as Cat catches it, these 2 guys are now going to turn, and they're going to go back for Maverick. So Maverick has one look coming off, and then he's got another one where both bigs are going to set a shoulder-to-shoulder screen, where he's going to come off there and we're going to try to hit him for the shot. He's done a great job. Maverick has learned how to use these 2 screens to become a very effective player on out-of-bounds play.
But a lot of options there, right?
There's a lot of options.
Okay, he's going to get a similar shot on this particular play, but his starting point is going to be a little bit different.
Well, on this particular one, we're going to pull Cat out here in a box set and we're going to inbound the ball to Cat. And as soon as we inbound it, the inbounder's got to get away to the other side. And one reason for that is Cat is really good right here. If the floor is lifted up and there's no help, a lot of times Cat can beat his man to the basket and get a layup. At the same time, Maverick has got to make his defender believe he's coming to this side of the floor. And at that time, we're going to try to set another double screen, and we're going to bring Maverick right off the double screen and see if we can find a shot for him somewhere here up at the top. So we've got Cat isolated with the one-on-one. We've got Maverick coming off 2 screens there at the top.
All right, NC State has a couple of games coming up this week, and really, Coach, you think about it, we're only 2 weeks or so away from ACC play. Exams will soon be over. How important is this next 2-week stretch going to be for development?
Well, I think it's important for development. Our team needs to play at a high level. We got to get ourselves ready to play in the ACC, and hopefully we'll be able to do that here and get our team defending the way we really think we can.
High Point's coming in on Wednesday. Now, this is an interesting team because they've had close games on the road against Texas Tech and Georgia. So do you have to view High Point as a very dangerous team? Well,
that we knew when we scheduled them they were going to be really good. They got a really good post player, John Brown, and maybe one of the better ones we'll see all year long, believe it or not. He's a 5th-year senior, and we'll have our hands full with him. And very well coached team, good team, run a lot of sets, shoot the ball pretty well, so we got to make sure we're ready to play.
See you next week. Thank you for joining us this week for the Mark Gottfried Show.
Trying to move inside with a left-hand basket in the foul.
They said they wanted a piece of you. They're going to get a piece of you.
Right in the lane to a booty. Double. Takes the cross court to Ron for 3. Boom. Beautiful.
We're going to out-compete everybody who play. Play harder than they play.
Cherish every night you get a chance to play. Play as hard as you can play. Have fun. Have enthusiasm when you play. Get excited about playing.
The Mark Gottfried Show has been brought to you in part by North Carolina's Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, proud to sponsor Wolfpack Athletics, and by Coca-Cola Zero, real Coke taste and 0 calories.
You could get away with a lot of things. Going on dates. You could switch it up if you really didn't want to go with that girl on that date.
They'd be mad though.